呢個佢個修道院嚟，千幾年嚇。
And this topic and freedom staircase is the year. To give you one example, we can see on both walls, on the right and the left side, two statues, four statues in total. And these statues represent the four seasons of the month. So on the right side, and on the left side, hot water flows. We can also see 12 vases within the staircase. These vases stand of course for the 12 months of the year. If we take a look further up the walls, we can also see the busts of six individuals. These busts represent famous artists from the past. So on the right side, we have that bust of famous artists. Take a look around the church, you will immediately see that it consists of multiple building styles. Now, when it was initially built, it was built in a Romanesque building style which was very popular between the 10th and the 12th century. In the 15th century, they also added some Gothic elements, which you can especially see here above the high altar. We have a very high ceiling leading towards heaven. That's of course very popular for Gothic building styles. And in the 18th century, they added some elements again, this time in Baroque style, and you can see all over here in the nave, all the golden elements, all the decoration. That's all very popular for Baroque building styles. And the church is, generally speaking, divided into two parts. We have the nave here, where you're sitting, and then separated by 11 steps. We have the presbytery over there. And this separation is actually very useful today as well as it was back in the past. The nave here is the place where the passive members of the Holy Masters, public folk, so to speak, and the presbytery over there is the place where the active members of the Mass sit, the monks and the priest, of course. If we take a closer look at the presbytery here, we can immediately see the high altar, 16 meters high, built by the Bavarian architect Hermann Schmidt in the year 1639. If we take a closer look up at the altar, we can see on its top a golden statue, and this is the statue of the Blessed Virgin Mary, and we have her here because she is the patron saint of the church. And you've probably already noticed we have many blue elements within the church, and this is because the color blue is the color which is usually associated with the Blessed Virgin Mary. The golden side dates back to the year 1704. The organ itself is pretty new. It was built for the 900th anniversary of our monastery in the year 1983 by an Austrian from Passau. It's a mechanical stop organ which has 3,345 registers and 3 manuals. If we take a look on top of the organ, we can see 2 coats of arms. On the left side, we have the coat of arms of Ottweigabbey itself. It's a white cross with red background with 3 hills on the bottom. And these 3 hills stand actually for the 3 hills of Passau in our surroundings. The middle hill is the hill we're standing on right now, the hill of Ottweigabbey itself. And hills on the left and the right side, other hills surrounding the Ottweigabbey mountain. They're called Fuchsberg and Wachsenberg. And the coat of arms on the right is the coat of arms of the person who was abbot at the time the organ prospect. The outside of the organ was initially built, and his name was Berthold Meyer. Okay, I would now give you 5 minutes to explore the church by yourself. You can go up the stairs.
Danube's are totally dry. You'll see a blue Danube, I'm sure. But in your language, a sad story of your blue, isn't it? Yeah. To be honest, with such a sky above us, and you're standing later on deck of your ship, and then you look far out in the Danube, really far out, then it looks blue. Because with the blue sky above, far out, it reflects the blue sky. But next to you, now the second river is from the left arm behind the hills, and that is the ocean. So straight ahead is the tip of the peninsula, and there's the confluence of our three rivers. I show you with a picture now the confluence of the three rivers, and I like to show my guests, at least for once in their lives, also a blue Danube. There we go. You can do that in our days with Photoshop. So this is the inn from Switzerland. He's not so green, but he's a glacial river. So he brings minerals and sediments from the Alps to us, and the Alps are made of limestone. He's from the south. And here the very blue Danube from the west, and the tiny Ilz below is from the north. So our rivers are coming from three wind directions towards us. And behind me on the tip, they say now we join each other, but then we go all to the east, and after Passau it's only Danube wind, and then it all ends into the Black Sea. Yeah, this is with your cruise, the first day Germany. I hope you know where you are. If not, I show you. This is Germany. We have 16 states in Germany, and you are in the southeast. This is Bavaria, and Bavaria is one of the largest, one of the richest states in Germany. And I put a very tiny smile on it, because where the smiley is, there you are now. Here is Passau. And the colors of the coat of arms of Passau, white and blue. So what do we have today? Bavarian weather. Blue sky, maybe some white clouds, and that means always the sun is shining. So Bavarian weather is the best one you can have. Yeah, and then I say, when we continue, I have to cross the street. You're in Germany now. What does that mean? Germany is an automobile country. We have highways in Germany where we say Autobahn, where the people can test their cars. They can drive as fast as they like. I think we're the only one in the world where that is allowed. And if you would go behind you and you travel an hour long, you come to a town with a very funny name, Dingolfing. I guess what is a Dingolfing? The mother company of BMW. A lot of my guests say that's a Beamer. This is what I show my guests. They say that's pretty impolite. You show a bull and a cow to us. It was once farmers' clothes, you know. But later in time, the people wanted to show where they are coming from. And the men prefer the lederhosen, you know, the trousers of leather. They can be 3/4, they can be short, they can be long, depends how the weather will be. Even the tiny men wear that. They look very cute if you see them walking around. And the ladies wear the dirndl. That's the dress. That word dirndl comes from a German word dirne, means girl, and also the young ladies wear that. And I can tell you, I don't know if they told you in Austria, but it's a Bavarian tradition that the men are looking to the lady apron. You have to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. She's married, don't follow her. And if the lady wears it on the back, in Bavaria, 2 reasons. Could be the lady is a widow, or she's a waitress in a restaurant. But I saw once young ladies in the dirndls, and they were wearing the bow in the middle. Yeah, that's not a Bavarian tradition. So I went to one of the ladies and said, why are you wearing the bow in the middle? What does that mean? They said that means we're still virgins. I said, are you? No. So why do you do it? Just for fun. So don't look at those ladies. They're pretty naughty, yeah. But we're going to continue on to it. It is all glass from 1650 up to 1950. And a lot of that beautiful glass is coming from Bohemia, now the Czech Republic. They have a collection 30,000 objects of glass, but in the museum they only show you the half, 15,000. Well, that's a lot. I'm here to show you the open glass museum. And even if you're not from the States, everyone knows that New Amsterdam, the astronaut, the nearest city. Next by the Bruno also is the Georg Hilton. Both men aren't alive anymore, the son is now in charge of Mr. Hilton. But Mr. Georg Hilton was a big fan of Mr. Armstrong. He said, wasn't that amazing? The man was standing on the moon, looking at us, and there's on the wall of that Armstrong standing on the moon. He said, you know what I do? I just write a letter United States, and I will ask him politely, "Sir, can you open my glass museum?" He didn't expect an answer, but he wrote that. He said, "I can do it for you, sir, I can do that, but I have a question back. Where is Passau?" I can tell you people are coming to Munich for the government of Bavaria, and some like to have a look at the quite unique collection of the glass museum. Well, the whole world knew Henry Kissinger, who died with hunger. He was here. In those days in Germany, we had Genscher as foreign minister. Maybe you remember him too. Gorbachev and his wife were in the glass museum. Lech Walesa, once president of Poland, was here. This gentleman is now very old. He is the Patriarch Bartholomeus from Constantinople, Istanbul actually. He is the leader of the East Orthodox Christian churches. And I think they told you in Vienna about Otto von Habsburg. Otto should be in his days the emperor of the Austrian-Hungarian Empire. But that ended already after World War I, 1918. All over. And I show you now who was also here twice. Prince electors, and the Pope had the honor to crown him and to anoint him. And it started early, in the year 800, with Charlemagne. He was crowned by Pope Leo XIII. But we also had a period of the grave because of a lot of civil wars in Italy. But it restarted for you. It's important, the year 1270. There was also Emperor Frederick II, and he said, "I want to give the Bishop of Passau a special title." There were already bishops with such a title, not here. So Ulrich II, the bishop in those days, was suddenly an imperial prince. The imperial prince of the Holy Roman Empire. And that made the bishop a prince bishop. What is the difference between a bishop and a prince bishop? Sometimes when they say, "Oh, Pope Benedict." Yeah, of course. But the prince bishop was here the absolute hard to see. There's also on the mount a yellow building you can hardly see right side. That is the third brewery, the Lions Brewery, where they serve the beer also underneath the mountain. Hard to see, but left-sided, maybe you see a big white building with a spire. That's another man. And if you say, okay, if you like to do such a pilgrimage, what can you do? Well, behind the chimney, you see there's something really great. It's the roof of the staircase. 321 steps. I have it brought with me. 321 steps you climb up. My guess is, so that's the pilgrimage. No, not so easy. By every step you go on your knees and you pray to Mother Mary. Then it takes 4 hours until you're in the abbey of the church. The church of the abbey. 321 steps, that's a symmetry. Because the 3 is Trinity, and 2 is God who shows himself to us, to his son Jesus. That makes 2. And then the 1 is also God, because he prays.